Hi, welcome back to my story time with Nana. I have a whole new story for you this week. You know, it's Aunt Jackie. She's the greatest. I can't wait to hear this story. Let's begin. Jasper and Zachary. Jasper and his best friend Zachary were standing in Jasper's backyard waiting. They were waiting for a storm. Daddy told Jasper during lunch that they were going to be getting a lot of snow. When do you think it'll start? Asked Zachary. I don't know, Jasper told him. But my daddy said we're going to get tons of snow. Hey, I think I saw a snowflake over there, Zachary cried out. Where? Over there. No, wait, over there. Zachary began pointing in all directions. My daddy was right, proclaimed Jasper. Look, it really is starting to snow. The boys began running from snowflake to snowflake, trying to catch them on their tongues. And after a while, it was really snowing. There was no catching all the snowflakes. It was starting to stick to the ground. Boys, Daddy called from the back door, come inside for a few minutes. Jasper, you have a guest. Daddy, look, it's snowing, just like you said. I know, don't worry, you won't miss anything, Daddy told him. It's going to snow all night. Come on inside. Aw, Daddy, just a few more minutes. Okay, son, his father told him, but Aunt Jackie's gonna be disappointed. Aunt Jackie! Screamed Jasper. Zachary, you have to meet my Aunt Jackie. She's the best aunt in the whole world. Come on! Jasper and Zachary ran into the house, and there she was, standing in the living room, taking off her heavy coat with a fur-lined collar. Jasper, look at you! Oh, and who is this? Asked Aunt Jackie. This is my best friend in the whole world, Zachary, he said. Did you see that it started snowing? He asked her. I did, and I got here just in time, she said. We're going to have to play in that snow when it gets deeper. Yay! Yelled out Jasper and Zachary. Zachary is staying the night tonight so he can play with us too. Well, that sounds wonderful. You know what I always say, said Aunt Jackie. The more the merrier, answered Jasper, Mommy, and Daddy, and everyone laughed. Well, why don't you and Zachary go outside for a little bit while Mommy and I put something together for dinner? Aunt Jackie told them. Well, what about you? Don't you want to come play with us? Asked Jasper. But yes, I do. But I need a little more energy, she answered. You go play a bit, and after dinner, I'll come out. Okay, but you're going to be missing all the fun, Jasper told her. I know, she said, watching them head back out into the snow. After Aunt Jackie helped Mommy with dinner, she went outside to see what the boys were up to. It turns out that in the hour since it started snowing, there was already 6 inches on the ground. It was snowing that hard. Dinner will be ready in about 15 minutes, Aunt Jackie told them. Want to start a project before dinner? Sure, they answered. Okay, first we're going to stomp down a circle, she told the boys. For what? Asked Jasper. We're going to make an igloo, or maybe even a snow cave tomorrow. Yay! They cried out. And Aunt Jackie, Jasper, and Zachary picked up the place for their igloo and began stomping the snow down. Aunt Jackie stood in the center, and the boys held hands, and they stomped in a circle around her till they had a big enough circle for their igloo. Now, after we clean up for dinner, we'll come back outside and we'll stomp it down some more. And then, before we go to bed, This way we'll have some good packed ice for our igloos tomorrow. Have you ever built an igloo, Aunt Jackie? Zachary asked. Nope. So it will be the first time for all of us, she answered. Let's go in and get warm and have some dinner. Dinner was smoked salmon, Brussels sprouts with garlic and butter, and mashed turnips with cheese. It was the best salmon Aunt Jackie ever ate. Well, Jasper told her, that's just how fresh salmon tastes, Aunt Jackie. Delicious. Well, I think I'm going to have to take some home with me, she told the family. Let's help clean up so we can go work on our project for tomorrow, she told the boys. They made fast work of cleaning up and then were back outside to stomp the snow down again. Aunt Jackie, Jasper asked as he stomped and stomped, do you think we're really going to be able to build an igloo? I think we're going to build the best igloo, she answered. It's going to be our igloo, an igloo we made from our own very hands. It will be the best igloo ever. After they stomped the fresh snow, they went back inside and had some moose track ice cream and watched a movie about penguins in the snow. Aunt Jackie sat in between Jasper and Zachary and sang the songs from the movie. She knew all the words, of course. When the movie ended, they put on their coats and boots and went outside one final time for the night and stomped out their circle again. They could really see where their igloo was going to be in the yard. Okay, boys, it's time to go inside for the night, Aunt Jackie said, leading Jasper and Zachary back into the house. I can't wait to start our igloo tomorrow. Me neither, said Zachary. Let's get to bed. Aunt Jackie tucked the boys into bed. We're going to have so much fun tomorrow. Get some rest. We have lots of work ahead of us. Good night, Aunt Jackie, the boy said as she closed the door. Sweet dreams, she said, blowing kisses. Mwah! I'll see you in the morning. The next morning, Aunt Jackie had eggs and bacon ready for when the boys woke. We need a high-protein breakfast this morning, she told them. We have our work cut out for us. It snowed all night. We have a lot of stomping to do just to get our igloo ready. The boys looked out the kitchen window, and it had snowed quite a bit through the night. They couldn't even see where they had stomped down the snow last night. How will we know where we planned on building the igloo? Jasper said grumpily. Don't you worry about that, said Aunt Jackie. Yesterday I counted how many feet we were from the house, so I know where we need to go. Eat up, boys. Jasper and Zachary ate their hearty breakfast and then changed for work. They went outside all bundled up, and sure enough, Aunt Jackie found the spot for the igloo, and she and the boys began stomping out their circle again. She showed them how to cut out the blocks for the igloo, and they began the slow process of building the igloo. One block at a time. Round and round they stacked their blocks. Finally, Mommy called them in for lunch, and they were only halfway done, but they had worked up a huge appetite, and so went inside happily and had a wonderful lunch of grilled cheese sandwiches and hot chicken soup. They went right back to work, and just before dinner, they finished their igloo, and it was perfect. They had filled in the blocks with snow, and Aunt Jackie even put in a skylight so they could see the stars. It was dinner time when they finished, so back inside they went for dinner. Mommy had made chili and cornbread, just what they needed after being outside all day long. So, how about you all go out into your igloo and enjoy the night sky, Mommy said. I noticed you put in a skylight. I heard it was going to be a very special night tonight. A nice clear sky. I also have something to help you stay warm. I'll bring it out in a few minutes. The boys and Aunt Jackie helped clean up from dinner and headed out to their igloo. It was just starting to get dark, so they brought out a lantern. Mommy brought out some hot cocoa in thermoses and blankets and a small basket filled with cookies and tiny cakes. Thanks, Mommy, said Jasper. Do you want to come in? There's plenty of room. Look how big it is inside. And Mommy peeked in. Oh, my. No, thank you, she told him. This is your special time with Aunt Jackie. Enjoy the view through the skylight. Aunt Jackie poured out the hot chocolate and they each picked a treat from the basket of goodies, just as the first stars started popping out of the sky. Hey, what's that? Asked Jasper, looking and pointing out the skylight. Is it a rainbow? Asked Zachary. Oh my, exclaimed Aunt Jackie. Those are called the Northern Lights. I've never seen them before. How beautiful. What are the Northern Lights? Asked Jasper. The energy for making the Northern Lights comes from the sun, she told him. The sun creates something called a solar wind, and when the solar wind hits our atmosphere, it creates the Northern Lights. It's the different particles in the atmosphere that make the different colors. I guess you could call it a nighttime rainbow. It's so cool, said Zachary. It is cool, Jasper said. Look how it moves. This is much better than a rainbow. I agree, Aunt Jackie said. I will never forget this day, the day we built an igloo and saw the Northern Lights. Me neither, said Jasper. Thanks for helping us build an igloo, Aunt Jackie. Yeah, Zachary said. We would have just built a snowman without you, and now look at us. Hot cocoa, cookies, and cakes in a really cool igloo, and the Northern Lights. What more could a boy want after a snowy day, said Jasper. And Aunt Jackie couldn't think of a thing. The end. I hope you enjoyed tonight's story. I enjoyed writing it. Please share my stories so other children can hear them. Thanks for stopping in. Mwah.